this tutorial, I'm going to go over the steps involved in solving PortSwigger's Web Security Academy two-factor broken logic lab. In the lab description, we are told that this lab's two-factor authentication is vulnerable due to its flawed logic, and that to solve this lab, we need to gain access to Carlos's account page. We are given the username Wiener and corresponding password Peter, along with the username Carlos. I'm also using Burp Suite Community Edition version 2022.2.4. In order to implement this solution, we first need to install an amazing Burp Suite app or extension called Turbo Intruder. If you don't already have this installed and would like to see the process of installing it, click on the YouTube link next to the Setup Turbo Intruder title in the video description below, and watch the short video that will walk you through this process. Once you are ready, right-click on Access the Lab and open link in New tab so that we can easily switch tabs to re-verify our login credentials. Ensure that in Burp's Proxy tab, Intercept Serb tab, Intercept is off, and that the HTTP History subtab is clear. Enable Burp's Foxy Proxy profile. Click on My Account. Log in with the username Wiener and password Peter. And in Burp, look for a GET request with the URL /login2 status code 200 MIME type HTML and the title 2FA broken logic. Right-click on the request and select Send to Repeater. Select the Repeater subtab. Change the verify parameter from Wiener to Carlos and click Send. Back in the lab portal, click on My Account. Enter the username Wiener and the password Peter. And click on Email Client. If you see two or more security code emails, note the time that each email was sent and select the most recent security code, which in my case is the 1010 code sent at 0149. Enter it in the lab portal and click Login. Once successfully authenticated as Wiener, we are given the ability to change their email address. Back in Burp, we want to find a post request with the URL /login2 and status code of 302. At this point, I want to quickly demonstrate why we are using Turbo Intruder and not Burp's native Intruder tool by first showing what happens when you use the native Intruder tool. If you'd like to skip this section, click on the timestamp titled Solution in the description below. In the Request Editor section below, highlight Wiener's MFA code 1010, right-click and Send to Intruder. Navigate to the Intruder tab, Positions subtab, and clear the default injection points. Select 1010 and then click on Add. Change the verify parameter to Carlos. Navigate to the Payloads subtab. Change the payload type from Simple List to Brute Forcer. And change the character set from alphanumeric characters to numerical. The notification window that appears when we click on Start Attack is the reason why we are using Turbo Intruder. It states that the Community Edition of Burp Suite contains a demo version of Burp Intruder, and some functionality is disabled and attacks are time throttled. After clicking on OK, we can see that this attack has started and is painfully slow. Attacks progressing at less than 1 request per second, and after roughly 1 minute, only 34 requests have been sent. I happen to have recently left a previous demo running for 6 hours, and when I came back, only roughly 900 requests had been sent. the last request with a status code of 200 had been sent during the 310th request, with the remaining requests timing out. I'll go ahead and stop this attack and discard. And then we'll go ahead and switch over to Turbo Intruder. Back in the Proxy tab, HTTP History subtab, we'll go ahead and highlight Wiener's MFA code 1010, right-click, and this time select Extensions, Turbo Intruder, Send to Turbo Intruder. Your Turbo Intruder script editor will most likely load with the defaults.py script. You can view this script and others by navigating to James Kettle's Turbo Intruder GitHub repository. I've posted a link for this in the description section below. There are a few parts of the script that need to be tweaked. James provides excellent tips on testing to find the right values for concurrent connections and requests per connection in their video around the 11-minute mark. I initially configured my script to run with 25 concurrent connections, 200 requests per second, and pipeline set to false. But you will see in a moment that I changed it to perform in a more optimal fashion. I've provided a link to the script that I ultimately tailored to my setup in the video description below, next to the title script. If you navigate to that link, you will see that I uploaded a new script with a concurrent connection set to 100, the requests per connection set to 1, and pipeline set to true. For this demonstration, I'll go ahead and change the verify parameter from Wiener to Carlos and verify that the MFA code injection point is properly tagged. In the script editor below, I'll go ahead and comment out line 15 and fix the indentation on line 16 and then start the attack. Right away, you can see a clear difference compared to Burp's native intruder tool. In the first 2 seconds, 50 requests have been submitted, and after 37 seconds, we have found Carlos's MFA code 1933. Allowing the attack to run for a few more seconds shows that it is maxing out at 50 requests per second. If we only want to see the 302 response, we can uncomment line 15 and indent line 16. And if we run our attack again, we see that the table does not get populated until the 302 response, showing Carlos's code at 36 seconds. One thing that James points out in their video that I alluded to earlier is that we want to maximize the requests per second and minimize the number of retries. In the attack that I just finished, you can see that I have an extremely high rate of retries and fails. Though much faster than Burp's native intruder, this is still not quite optimal. After some trial and error, where I tried different values for concurrent connections and requests per connection, I was able to find a sweet spot at 100 concurrent connections, 1 request per connection, and pipeline set to true. Not only do I have 0 retries and 0 fails, but it only takes 12 seconds to find Carlos's MFA code, and I am sending an astounding 178 requests per second. The next step is to select and right-click anywhere in the 302 response raw message editor panel. Select Show Response in Browser. Copy the corresponding URL. Open a new tab in Firefox and paste the URL, and you should hopefully see the message, "Congratulations, you solved the lab." Thanks for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and definitely don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below.